Pretty cool view to wake up to. Morning, everybody. Jason, Hollis Farms. Alright, y'all, got me a Dr. Pepper Zero and a honey bun. I'm finna eat this and I'm gonna tell you what's going on. Alright, so we're traveling in the daytime today, and I get out here to where I don't have to listen to Siri for a little while. Get on a bigger highway. Kind of tell y'all my thoughts and feelings and this and that for the last few days, especially yesterday afternoon. I'm feeling kind of whooped right now, but I'll talk to y'all about that in just a few minutes. I like it up here though. Alright, y'all, I finally got out to a big road. I'm on 61 South. Boy, the sun is bright right now. Get up a little bit higher where I can see better. I can feel that wind on this truck camper a little bit this morning too. Alright, y'all, so I think I got a little breathing room. Boy, it's bright. Been in a lot of traffic this morning. Finally got on 55 South headed towards Memphis. I think we'll be in a little traffic, but not near what I've been being in. A couple things I want to talk about. So we are going home empty-handed. A long ride home empty-handed. Alright, so I got into some more traffic. I think I got a little clean air now. Anyway, it's a long road home empty-handed. A few things I want to talk about other than just the road trip home. First thing I want to talk about is the camper. I've used it, I don't know, what, 2 or 3 times before this trip. Works out really good. I've been gone, what was I gone? Stay 1, 2, 3 nights, whatever. So a couple of things. I've talked to Brian a little bit. We're going to most likely keep this place up here, and I need to plan a little better. I'm learning this is the first out-of-state deer hunting trip I've ever done. I've done a lot of traveling turkey hunting. It's usually quick, fast, in a hurry. Everything kind of revolves around my bunch at home, Cody, playing ball, this and that. So most of my trips are generally pretty short, but I'm trying to learn more. I didn't do hardly any traveling. Did some turkey hunting younger, traveling, but like I said, this is my first traveling deer hunt I've ever done. Never been really interested, but I kind of am now. Love hunting at home, but I am gonna plan better for this trip. They've got like three gun seasons up here in Illinois. 2 of them's 3 days. 1 of them, muzzleloader's 4 days. What I should have done is planned on bow hunting. And like I said, most of my stuff a lot of times kind of spur of the moment. This kind of was. But I need to try to plan better to come up here. What I should have done is bow hunted the whole week up until the first gun season and gun hunted that, which would have been, I could have done like Monday through Thursday on the bow hunt, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on the gun hunt. That'd have been, what, 7 days, whatever. That's what I should have done, but I didn't, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get back up here. I'm gonna try to get back up here for one of the gun seasons. I need to at least make it work, but if I don't, it's all right. We learned a lot, had fun. But anyway, first, back to the truck camper. I kind of wish, I want to rig it out to where I have a 4-wheeler with me. Not really to ride and hunt, but I was going to have to quarter an animal up to get it out and over my back. I'm hoping by next year we'll be getting better, I'm hoping. But anyway, Truck camper worked out right. A couple of things I would like, not necessarily something any bigger. Probably would keep this, but I would like to have a good sized generator to where I didn't have to depend on the battery. I made it through with just one battery. I got one tank of gas that's out that runs the refrigerator and the heat. But we made it through on that. I would like to have a generator. I'd like to have some spare water. I brought one jug with me because I got a small tank for the shower, and a four-wheeler. Kind of had the idea of building something, but since I already got this and I got trailers, I thought about figuring out to get this, see people do it, get this truck camper on a trailer, and then either have the four-wheeler in the back of the truck or whatever. I think I'd just like to have the idea of having a four-wheeler if I needed it, because I don't like depending on anybody when I go. But regardless, it worked out pretty good, and I kind of thought, you know, if I needed to run to town, this thing runs around okay, but if you kind of had to set up, you kind of had to pack a few things up to run to town. So for a long trip, I may figure out a way to set this thing on a trailer, pull the trailer up, dolly down, and then have my truck to do whatever I might need to do, and have a four-wheeler, and then I can have a generator. I'm kind of out of room with, I had that little small generator, which it might work out fine. I don't know. I have to kind of study on that. But I really enjoyed the hunting better than I thought I would. I knew I'd enjoy it, but I do so much work around home on our places. It's hard for me to get away and leave from there hunting, but I'm gonna have to do some more of it. But what this kind of reminded me was a long time ago hunting, before cameras and just before anything. You carried your stand in, found some sign, put your stand up. Just wasn't gonna be super picky, even though there's possibilities of monsters up there where we're at. Just had a super fun bouncing around. Got on deer pretty quick. Of course, you know, we didn't hunt but 3 days, and ended up the last 3 sits were really good. Yeah, I learned a lot too. My equipment, my hang on, lock on, lawnmower custom stuff, all that stuff is perfect for what I was doing. Equipment's there. I just don't know about me. So one thing I did learn, the place we're hunting was all beans this year. Did talk to the farmer, it's gonna be all corn next year. I didn't ride around much. I rode around the first morning when we got there, and after we stayed up all night, and one of the places that we got is a few miles from the place that I stayed at. Most of the time they had all the cows on it. 2 of the places had cows on it, but the first place we went and scouted, so right after daylight I had to ride and look, and saw quite a few deer and 1 or 2 good bucks, and they were all in cut cornfields. And like I said, ours is all beans. It'll be corn next year. But then when I left this morning, a little after daylight, come through a bunch of cut cornfields and saw another stud out in the middle of the cut cornfield. So apparently right now, the cut cornfields is the place to be. But that's okay. We got on deer. So I think every time we put our stand up, we saw a deer. We got to see, when I got back in there, where I eventually got a shot at that deer. Got on more deer. It was a little more woods there, and just a little more action. I think the most I'd seen was like 7 that one afternoon. But anyway, I was pretty disgusted when I got done hunting yesterday afternoon, and just really didn't want to talk about it, as y'all can see. So, little rundown of yesterday evening. I kind of moved 3 times in that one little spot, and I felt like it had warmed up a bunch, but I still felt like I was in the spot that time. And it was 3 o'clock, the same time. It's a little bit, I'm not going to say easier. I want to say easier, but it's a little bit different than home. I only had so much woods to work with, so they're either there or they're not. And when you find like I did, they were there. And in that one little spot, I saw 3 deer. I call them shooters that I would shoot right there. That 8-point that I shot was, I don't know what he'd score, small. And then I saw another one. I saw him the afternoon before. I saw that one probably at 1:30, and then that one yesterday morning. He was 150 at least. He was a dandy, and then the cows come in there with me. But the deer came in there yesterday after editing last night late, aggravated, pissed off, done looked and looked and looked. But that's bow hunting. Oh, I know that. But after editing and looking, my shot was a little high. I looked for that deer for hours. I really believe after the years I've done it, that deer, he's still alive. I know a lot of people don't believe that, but where I hit him high like that, I didn't get a lot of penetration. Don't know exactly what went on, but I feel real confident that if I was running cameras right there, I'd get a picture of him for him. But really aggravated at myself. I did everything right, kept popping the stands around, finally got in the right spot. I know from the camera it looked like I was shooting through a bunch of trash, but the camera, by the time I stood up, was probably, I don't know, 2 foot lower than me, and I had a pretty good hole to shoot through. And one thing I've got to get back in the groove, and I don't shoot as many as I used to back years ago. I need to start shooting more does. I need to aim a little lower than I'm doing with them shot angles and all, and I thought I was right. Deer drop just a little bit. You tend to shoot just a little bit higher from that angle anyway, and it's one reason I do like shooting hunting low, because the shot angle's better. But the deer was kind of down on the side of that creek, and I was like, if it was level ground, it'd be like I was hunting 30 foot up. So you know better in your mind, and I don't know, I just didn't do what I was supposed to do. So I had planned on hunting through today, and I guess disgusted with myself last night when I came in. I said, you get one deer up there with a bow and one with a gun, and I said, I know the deer's still alive. I said, I'm just gonna count that as my deer and go home and learn, and learned a lot about the land. Next year it'll be corn. I hope to get to go back this year and hopefully at least do some late season muzzle loading or something. But if I don't, that's okay. Plan better for next year. I want to get home for Cody. He's wanting to go hunting. So worst thing about them gun seasons, and I guess it's good for local people up there, and is they're all weekends. I do better getting away from the week during the week, because I like spending time with Cody on the weekends. So I got to plan better. I'm not a super planner. I usually just kind of sporadically load up and go somewhere. But I need to do better on that, and I'm going to try to get back up here. But I really enjoyed it. Ready to get home and get back to hunting there. But I really enjoyed being up here. Like I said, I learned a lot. Trying not to ramble. I was just so aggravated at letting that deer get away. I do watch quite a bit of YouTube. There's a couple of things that I watch a lot. I like Dan Infalt with the Hunting Beast, and I watch all his stuff. He has had a year about like I've had. I think, if I remember right, he's had 2 getaway, 2 nice ones too. And Dan, he's somebody that you watch on YouTube or whatever. Let me answer this. So anyway, I had a phone call, but I watched Dan Infalt a lot, and he's struggled this year, and boy, I sure have too. I really like him. He is a super bow hunter and has killed a pile of monsters with his bow. But I've got to need to be shooting more does and stuff to really practice. I know at that angle where that deer down was lower, way lower than me, I need to be aiming like for that bottom third, and I didn't. But learned a lot, and it was just kind of like old school hunting like we used to do. No cameras, nothing, just scout, find sign. And like I said, I'm gonna try to get back up there this year, but if I don't, plan better for next year. But I'm just sick about the deer. Did everything right like we've done at home a time or two, and then screw it up at the end. I ain't quitting. I'm gonna like I said, I could have stayed and hunted today, and I said, I'm loading up, lick my wounds, and I'll never forget that though. But first trip out of state, hunting like that, piece of property never seen before, gonna get better, and it won't be the last one that happens like that. If you bow hunt long enough, it's gonna happen. Boy, I've been in my filmings. Boy, it's tough self-filming a bow deal like that, bow hunt, but my camera that I'm using right here, it's a super little old camera. It's lightweight. I've been really trying to pack light with my back and all. I'll get my bigger camera out later. It's a lot to fool with, but this camera's fine for bow hunting. It is just, boy, when they get in there tight like that. I was kind of happy with my footage that I had. I was able to kind of edit and zoom in a little bit. It wasn't the clearest in the world, but I was pretty happy with the footage, him wearing that tree out. And I ain't used a grunt calling forever. And I got to thinking, these deer so worked up like they are, it might work. By golly, it did. I thought he was fixing to walk right under there at 10 yards, and that's when I drew and I held it. He wasn't but 25 when I shot, but he was definitely looking for where the grunt came from. So I need to do that more. I'm not much on calling, but it dang sure worked right there. Long ride home. Golly, I just wished I'd have just smooth missed that deer, because I know what I did. We got to do better. I need to do more practicing from a tree stand. It's just, I don't know, we got to get back in shape. I was hurt just about every afternoon, but I think I'm getting a little better. I think this therapy's doing a little good. I think we got a long way to go. I hate it, but it's there. I'm gonna keep working at it. I ain't quitting on that yet, but man, God, I hope to get back up there during gun season. I love bow hunting, but I'm gonna tell you, it's tough, and I get pretty tore up. But I was settled down good. I'd watched that deer, and I remember. Here's what I do remember, and you need to do this. I remember putting that pin on it. Like I said, it went right where I had put it on him. I've got to start getting a little lower for when they do drop a little bit. I just didn't do it. There's a big vital there, but there's also a big spot where you're gonna lose them, and that's where I hit it. But learned a lot about the land, and just, I don't know. It's a long ride home. God, just disgusted with myself. Super hunts. Probably not the number of deer that like we have at home, but boy, you got a shot right there, and a moose, which that wasn't even really on my mind. I was just wanting a nice deer. But anyway, I think of something else to talk about on the way home. I want to tune on my setup just a little bit, and as far as my camper and all, I'm happy with my stand and all that. My camera arm, I'm satisfied with that. All the equipment is there. I got all the equipment I need. I just gotta tune on a few things. Boy, I see a lot of people headed north. Probably headed to do that late season. Not late season, but kind of a last deal with bow season and go into that first gun season. We got the equipment for that with that 20 gauge we got. we got what we need. We just got to get Jason right, don't we? But we're going to keep working on it. I guess a lot of people might not show some of the stuff I show, but I pretty much show it all. If I didn't show the bad stuff here lately, I wouldn't even have a video to show y'all. I ain't going to hide it. It happens to everybody. If somebody says they don't, they ain't hunted enough. And I have hunted a lot, and I have killed a lot of deer with a bow. And I've lost a few. It's going to happen. But anyway, let me watch this road. All right, so I had to stop by Love's and get some diesel and ran in there to Chester's and got me a box full of chicken, taters, and biscuits. That ought to get us close to the house. Still riding. I tell y'all something I've got to do next time is prepare a little more and a little quicker and bring PJ with me. I miss my dog. Cody been taking care of him, but I miss my PJ. Getting pretty close to the house. I was just thinking about something, and I meant to check it when I was up there camping. The camper's got a plug that goes from the camper to the, like your trailer hitch plug, and for the lights and all. But I think that thing may be charging the battery in the camper, and it's got my, you know, I said it one battery lasts the whole time, and just about every night I got in the truck, crunk it up for a little while, and just sat in here for a little bit and charged some stuff and whatnot. But I need to push the battery test on there when I get home after I've been running all the way home. I think that thing's probably been charging the battery while I've been running. And not sure if it charges when it's plugged at the house or either the battery that was in it just went bad. But we need to check that when I get home. Y'all remind me. All right, y'all, so I made it to the house. Appreciate y'all going with me on these adventures. We got to get better. We're going to get better. We're learning a lot on this. Learned a lot on this trip, so I got to do better on my shooting. Golly, that's at home and anywhere. But anyway, gonna get out and see what Cody and everybody's doing. I'm gonna call it a day. Appreciate y'all watching. Out of here.